Happy Thursday. Wanted to talk a little bit about the sale of your existing home as it relates to the selling process when you're out looking for a home. We have several contingencies in our contract that address the sale of a buyer's home. And I get this question a lot. I guess the reason I decided to do this video is I get this question a lot, especially with buyers that I have that are moving up. So they have an existing home and they want to buy something either larger, bigger, or more expensive, but they have to sell their home in order to do it. So the first contingency is what we call home sale contingency. This is where you're telling the seller of the home that you're hoping to buy that you have a home, but you have not listed it in the MLS, nor do you have an active contract on it. So you are waiting to sell it or waiting to get a buyer. The second contingency is called home close. That is where you're representing to the seller that you have a buyer for your home, you have an executed contract, and you have a firm closing date. I will say most sellers, depending on the market, if you don't have a home to sell, it's always easier. And I think sellers would prefer that because they don't even have to worry about anything. But I would say the home close contingency where you have an executed contract and you have a buyer, most sellers will take that. I, as an agent, do my due diligence. I ask for the contract on their home. I talk to the agent that is representing them, talk to the lenders. You know, you have to do your due diligence to see just how firm this is. How far are they in the process? Have they done the home inspection? Have they worked through all those issues? Has an appraisal been ordered? Where are they at before you can advise your seller as to what to do? But I would say this contingency is more common and probably easily more accepted. The first contingency is really tough because there the buyer is asking the seller to wait until they put their home on the market, get a contract, and then they're able to, consummate the deal. The seller has to wait until the buyer gets an offer on the property. And so it's really an uncertain timeline. And I will say probably in 11 plus years of real estate, I've only had two buyers or actually sellers that I can think of that have accepted that type of contingency. It's just too open-ended. And I think, especially in this market where we have a lot of demand, we have very tight inventory, some sellers don't even want to take any home sale or home close contingency at all. And I think those people always have an advantage because the seller doesn't have to worry about, even if you accept a home close contingency where you have an executed contract on your property, things do fall through. Somebody's financing could go south. We could have issues with the appraisal. Maybe if they haven't done the inspection and worked through that attorney review period, there is some, uncertainty. In normal markets, I would say that we usually, if we have a pretty solid contract, a seller will take that. I think it's tough, especially with certain buyers that want to move up because they are nervous. They say, well, what if we sell our house and we can't find anything? And I think that's really a valid concern, especially in this market, because you don't want to be homeless. A lot of these people have young families. Where are they going to go? So I just wanted to address those issues in the contract. If you have any questions on real estate, we have a very, very strong market right now. So if you've even thought about listing your home, it is really a good time. We have pretty good demand, but the inventory is probably down 20 to 25%. And so that has created a real strong seller's market. Again, I didn't think we were going to have that this year. But if you have any questions on real estate, my name is Jill Lasek. I can be reached at 630-816-8701. I'm here to offer you any help I can. There's absolutely no pressure, just good service. Take care, everybody. Bye.